If you walked into a Porsche dealership this morning to configure a brand new 911 Carrera, you probably got hit with a reality check harder than a PDK downshift. As of early 2026, the base price for a 911 has climbed yet again, jumping nearly $5,000 in just the last few months to start at over $134,000. And that's before you even look at a single option. You want colored seatbelts? That's extra. You want wheels that don't look like they belong on a winter tire package? That's extra. By the time you leave that dealership, you're looking at $150,000 for the entry-level experience, and that is assuming you can even get an allocation without playing the buy two Macans first game with your dealer. But here is the truth that Porsche marketing doesn't want you to focus on. The best Porsche experience right now isn't on the showroom floor. It's sitting on the used market. Welcome back. Today, we are tearing down the facade of new is better. We are looking at the hard data from late 2025 and early 2026, sales records, depreciation curves, and the impending death of the internal combustion engine to prove why your dream Porsche is waiting for you in the classifieds, not the configurator. We're covering everything: the 911 hierarchy, the massive depreciation opportunity in the Taycan market, the last of the analog Boxsters and Caymans, and exactly which models are poised to skyrocket in value. Buckle up, we're going used. First, let's look at the battlefield. 2025 was a record-breaking year for Porsche in the US. They moved over 76,000 units. But if you look closely at the numbers, you see a fracture in the market. While new sales are high, the prices of new cars have outpaced inflation. In response, the used market has become the battleground for enthusiasts. Why? Because we are standing on a cliff edge. Porsche is aggressively transitioning to electric. The gas-powered Macan is living on borrowed time in many markets. The 718 Boxster and Cayman as we know them, with those screaming flat sixes and turbo fours, are effectively dead, being replaced by EV successors. This has created a panic buy effect. Enthusiasts are scrambling to secure the last of the combustion engines, but simultaneously, we are seeing a correction in the hype prices of the pandemic era. The days of paying $50,000 over sticker for a base used 911 are mostly gone. The market is stabilizing, and that means opportunity for you. We are seeing three distinct categories in the used market right now: the appreciators, cars that are done depreciating and climbing, air-cooled, early water-cooled 911s, the depreciation bombs, cars that are losing value so fast it's actually scary, Taycan, and the sweet spot, modern reliability with near-bottom depreciation curves, 981 Cayman, 991.1 911. Let's break them down, starting with the icon. The 911 is the gold standard, but a new 992.2 generation is 6 figures deep. If you want the badge, the silhouette, and the driving dynamics without selling a kidney, you have to look at the water-cooled era. Right now in 2026, the spotlight is burning bright on the 996 and 997 generations. For years, the 996, 1999 to 2004, was the unloved stepchild. It had the fried egg headlights and the IMS bearing panic. But guess what? The market has woken up. A clean 996 is no longer a $20,000 car. Good examples are pushing $30,000 to $40,000. Why? Because it's the lightest water-cooled 911 ever made. It's analog, it's narrow, and if you fix the IMS bearing, it's bulletproof. The 996 Turbo specifically is being called the bargain of the decade by investment experts. It's a 400-plus horsepower supercar that you can still touch for under $80,000 in some cases, while a new Turbo S is $230,000. Then you have the 997, 2005 to 2012. This is the Goldilocks car. Hydraulic steering so you can feel every pebble on the road, but modern enough to have reliable AC and safety tech. The The 997.2, introduced around 2009, eliminated the IMS issue entirely with a new engine design. In 2026, a 997.2 is holding its value like granite. It is not getting cheaper. If you see one, buy it. But my personal pick for the Modern Daily Driver Award goes to the 991.1, 2012 to 2016. This was the last standard Carrera to have a naturally aspirated engine before they switched to turbos for everything. In 2026, purists are realizing that they miss the sound of a non-turbo flat 6 screaming to 7,000 RPM. As a result, 991.1 prices have flattened out. You get the modern interior, the wider track, and the reliability, but you also get the sound that the new cars just can't match. If the 911 is the icon, the Cayman and Boxster are the driver's secrets. And here is where the data gets urgent. Porsche is replacing the 718 lineup with electric vehicles. That is happening now. That means the 2025-2026 models are the end of the line for the gas-powered mid-engine sports car from Stuttgart. What does that do to the used market? It lights a fire under the 6-cylinder models. If you're looking for an investment-grade thrill ride, look for the 981 Cayman S or GTS 2013 to 2016 or the 718 GTS 4.0. The 981 generation is legendary because it sounds like a baby Formula One car. It's naturally aspirated, it has hydraulic-feeling electric steering, and currently you can find excellent 981 Cayman S examples in the $45,000 to $55,000 range. That is half the price of a new, well-spec'd 718 Cayman. Then you have the 718 Cayman, 2017 to present. The base and S models use a 4-cylinder turbo. They were criticized for sounding like Subarus, but let's look at the performance data. A base 718 Cayman hits 0 to 60 in roughly 4.9 seconds manual. It handles better than a 911 GT3 from 10 years ago. And because of the sound snobbery, these 4-cylinder models depreciate harder. That is your win. You can pick up a 2018 or 2019 718 Cayman for a fraction of its original MSRP right now. It's the best handling car for the money, period. The market consensus in 2026? If you want sound and emotion, buy a 981. If you want pure speed and a newer chassis on a budget, buy a 4-cylinder 718. But don't wait too long, because once the electric Cayman hits the streets, nostalgia for any gas engine is going to push these prices up. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Porsche Taycan. If you bought a new Taycan Turbo S in 2022 or 2023, I am sorry, I truly am. The depreciation data on the Taycan is brutal. We are talking about cars losing 40 to 50% of their value in the first 3 to 4 years. Recent reports from early 2026 show Taycan Turbo models that stickered for $170,000, sitting on used lots for under $90,000. Base Taycans are dipping into the $50K range. Why? It's the tech gadget curve. EVs age like iPhones, not like mechanical watches. Battery tech improves, range anxiety scares second owners, and the market softens. But this is your opportunity. If you want a Porsche that drives better than a Panamera, accelerates faster than a Skydiver, and looks like a spaceship, a used Taycan is the greatest value proposition in the luxury market right now. Think about it. You were getting Porsche build quality, that incredible suspension, and 700 horsepower in the turbo trims for the price of a mid-spec BMW M3. If you lease it or buy it used knowing the depreciation has already taken its biggest chunk out of the first guy's wallet, you are winning. Just make sure you get a certified pre-owned model. You do not want to be on the hook for a battery issue out of warranty. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you need to tow something. You want the Porsche crest on the steering wheel, but you need 4 doors in a truck. Enter the Macan and the Cayenne. The Macan has been Porsche's best seller for years. In 2025 alone, they sold over 27,000 of them in the US. What does high volume mean for you? High supply in the used market. The sweet spot here is the Macan S. Avoid the base 4-cylinder if you can. The V6 in the S is the true Porsche experience. The 2019 facelift models, the Gen 2, are fantastic buys right now. They have the updated rear light bar, better infotainment, and most of their depreciation curve is already flat. You can daily drive a Macan S for 3 years and lose very little money compared to buying a new Ford Explorer or Jeep Grand Cherokee. For the Cayenne, the data suggests avoiding the very early models unless they've been meticulously maintained. Focus on the 2019 Plus, the E3 generation. These cars shared a platform with the Lamborghini Urus and Audi Q8. They're solid, fast, and luxurious. And just like the Taycan, the higher trims, Turbo and E-Hybrid, depreciate harder. Let the first owner take the $60,000 hit, and you sweep in to pick up a 550 horsepower SUV for the price of a suburban crossover. I want to pivot to the financial reality. A cheap Porsche is only cheap if you can afford to keep it running. There's a saying, there is nothing more expensive than a cheap German car. If you are buying a 996 or 997, you need to know about bore scoring. This is a condition where the cylinder walls degrade. It's rare, but it's fatal to the engine. Before you buy any used water-cooled Porsche from that era, you must get a bore scope inspection. It costs $300 to $500, but it saves you $25,000 on a new engine. For the modern cars, maintenance is just higher. Brakes on a Cayenne Turbo aren't $500, they're $3,000. An oil change isn't $40 at Jiffy Lube, it's $300 at a specialist. However, if you buy right, the asset itself can appreciate. If you are looking for an investment in 2026, look for manual transmissions. Stick shifts are dying. The premium for a manual 911 or Cayman is real and growing. Special editions, Cayman R, Boxster Spider, 911T, or anything with GTS on the back. These trims hold value significantly better than base or S models. Unusual colors, black, white, and silver are safe, but paint to sample or bold colors like Miami Blue, Python Green, or Ruby Star are commanding huge premiums on the used market. Conclusion. The verdict. Here is the bottom line. The 2026 Porsche lineup is incredible, but it is priced for the ultra-wealthy. The barrier to entry has never been higher. But the used market is democratic. It rewards knowledge. It rewards the person who knows that a 2014 Cayman S drives 98% as well as a 2026 model for 40% of the price. It rewards the person who sees the Taycan depreciation not as a warning, but as a discount coupon. Your Porsche dream isn't dead just because you can't drop $150K on a new order. The dream is parked in a garage somewhere with 30,000 miles on the clock, fully depreciated, and waiting for a second owner who knows exactly what they are looking at. Do your research, get a pre-purchase inspection, PPI, buy the service history, not just the car. Stop configuring, start hunting. I'll see you on the road.